Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I've listened to this video clip. I could not help but draw parallels to the reality in Zimbabwe. Just listen to the video clip for yourself.
From HR after today's business meeting, and I'm pretty sure it's because they were doing this team build thing where they ask us to say a joke, and they're like, oh, keep it PG-13, and I volunteered to say the first joke, and I said, it's PG-13, but it's about the human body. They're like, oh, we're all adults, we can handle it. I'm like, okay, perfect. So all of the parts of the body got together to decide who should be in charge. The brain, being the brain, was like, listen, I'm in control of all of you, I should be in charge. The feet chime in. They're like, no, we should be in charge because we do all the heavy. We literally carry all of you. So we are in charge. The asshole chimes in and he's like, listen, without me, you can't get rid of none of the shit that we don't need no more. And the brain's like, hold up, guys, hold up. Feet, you can't move unless I say you move. You wouldn't even know how to put one foot in front of the other. And asshole, all you do is open and close. You don't even know how this shit gets made. You have nothing to say here. The feet agreed. The asshole took it personally, though, and he decided to go on strike and stop working. For 3 days, that asshole did not open. And you know what happened? That whole body got filled with shit. So they had to have an emergency meeting, and they all got together, and they were like, brain, please, let this asshole be in charge. Like, we're all going to die unless this asshole's in charge. And the brain's like, okay, asshole, you can be in charge. Moral of the story is sometimes there's an asshole in charge. It's not necessarily because he's the smartest one of the group. No, he's just an asshole. And sometimes assholes are in places of power. Thinking about it, maybe saying that to all the supervisors wasn't the best course of action, but it is just a joke, it's kind of funny. Oh,
Well, I think the moral for the story for him is that he got fired. But I think there's a deeper meaning to this. In Zimbabwe, we have failed to hold free, fair, and credible elections for 45 years and counting. And you know what? Zimbabwe is a failed state precisely because we failed to hold free, fair, and credible elections. I believe if the body, all the parts of the body, had said, okay, let's have a free, fair, and credible election process where whoever wants to be in charge, they put their name in the hat. And no doubt, of course, our friend Asshole would have put his name in because he wanted to be in power. And so would the brain. Guess what? I believe that Asshole would have got one vote. Only an asshole would want to be ruled by one. In Zimbabwe, Emerson Mnangagwa and the Zanu PF have never won free, fair, and credible elections. They have rigged elections to stay in power. And I agree. There are times when an asshole is in power. And God, as a nation, we've paid dearly for it. 45 years of being ruled by assholes has reduced Zimbabwe into a textbook case failed state. Millions of our people are living in abject poverty. Millions of others have left the country as economic and political refugees. Zimbabwe is doomed. As long as we allow the assholes to stay in power, the country is going nowhere. We cannot run away from the fact that we have got corrupt, incompetent, and murderous thugs running the country. We had the misfortune of having the individuals carrying the gun and being at the forefront of the liberation war. In 1980, when the country had the opportunity to go to elections, its first elections, Mnangagwa and his Zanu PF thugs his campaign message was that if Zanu PF does not win the elections, the Bush war would continue. Out of the window went free vote, free, fair, and credible elections. The people voted to end the war. Little did they know that once in power, Zanu PF was only interested in consolidating its power. And hence, 3 years down the line, there was Kukurahundi. The primary purpose of Kukurahundi was to force the only other political party in Zimbabwe that posed a serious challenge to Zanu PF's hold on power, i.e. PF ZAPU, to give up its independence as a political party, as a political entity. And they finally did in 1987, signing the PF ZAPU, Zanu PF Unity Accords. This only cleared the way for Mugabe to impose the de facto one-party state that has ruled the country to this day. The only other time when Zimbabwe came close to holding free, fair, and credible elections was in 2008. Run up to those elections, SADC had applied a lot of pressure on the regime to make sure that elections are free, fair, and credible. When the results started pouring in, the Zanu PF realized that they were going to lose. Guess what the assholes did? They stepped in and nullified the electoral process, conducted an electoral coup. Here is Mnangagwa boasting about his role in that electoral coup.
2008 patakaita ma-elections pakaposa papinda Tsvangirai ndandiri election agent ya president. Ma-results abuda tiri party headquarters vamutasa vanga vari secretary vedu ve-administration vamutasa muripi ndafona ndiri kwarusapi komogwenda kwarusapi seka ma-results achibuda kudai vanga aiwa zvako izvo Mnangagwa ndezvako endaenda kumusha ofisi vanga vabisa zvinhu zvavo zvose watofunga kuti zani yadini yaparara. President ofona zvakamira sei kati ndomamira zvakaita takatodini kateda sei manje mama ndikati abvudzai baba nditaurira baba gadzirai politburo cabinet musarangarira zvimwe zivi gadzirai chi cabinet asi nangoda kuti muzive kuti 2008 ma-results abuda vamutasa vakatiza.
As a country we face a generational transition. Vana vesa vari kuma below 35 they are crying out for help. The country is in a mess. Arusuru Faro, we know we are inheriting a mess. We know this country has been left with nothing.
I'm assuring you that starting from tomorrow, you'll see a different nation from what you have seen or read on the news about these results and everything. Where we are going ahead there, the situation will be very different. What we said to our people, they could not see with their own eyes. We're going to act as we see it fit. We're prepared to go the whole distance.
That was the tragedy of Zimbabwe. Here is Mugabe himself campaigning during the runoff of 2008.
Kana inina katakaisa bairo panapa ndinochikanda pasi ndoti vakomana kwatakabva.
Whether we care to admit it or not, the truth of the matter is Zimbabwe will never get out of this economic and political mess it finds itself until we hold free, fair, and credible elections. This idea that there are some individuals who have got the divine right to rule is at the heart of why Zimbabwe is a failed state. The message we should be sending out here and stand up to defend is that no one has the divine right to rule the country. Everyone should be given a meaningful say in the governance of the country. Because as much as it may be expedient to let the assholes get into power, we should also admit that there will never be peace and economic prosperity in a country ruled by assholes. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.